please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Captain's Log, subdates 230501.7. Less than a week until the coronation of King Large Lugs III, and I still haven't received my invitation to kick his highness in the knackers. It's almost as if he doesn't want the honour of my foot touching his ballsack. Welcome everyone to This Week at Twitter! Or twat. Today we're going to start with a tweet from Elon Musk that leads to a reply that I want to talk about. Once every few weeks, I will do an Ask Me Anything for subscribers only. Reply from BitChute. Why does Twitter put a warning message on every link to BitChute? This was something that was ongoing before Elon Musk bought Twitter. If I intend to share any content I make on BitChute exclusively, link in the pinned comment down below, please subscribe, it will help me immensely as I try and get 10,000 subs over there. If I try and share a link directly from their page, it will be brought up as a warning message page. It's quite irritating, to be honest. But if I share it with an alternative link that BitChute create and you share it via the video page itself, the video is seen. I think that's unfair to alternative platforms. Now, Elon did indicate a reluctance to be okay with posting links that promote other sites. I understand that. You want to keep all the traffic on your platform, 100%, but also you want to appease your advertisers perhaps, especially those that might be less inclined to tolerate alternative platforms like BitChute. Reply underneath at BitChute. Why can't I read the replies? BitChute. Twitter is restricting who can view them. That happens frequently on our account. That does explain why the BitChute and BitChute video Twitter accounts get a reduced volume of traffic in before someone says, but the platform is dying. It's not dying, it's just not being viewed as much. People are going now to places like Rumble. Link to that as well in the pinned comment because I'm there as well now. The reason people are going to Rumble is because you can earn money from ads over there. I've made like 31 cents. I'm rolling in it right now. Reply to BitChute again though. Yours is the only reply that I see, but it says there are 8 replies in other words. BitChute. Twitter does that to this account. It's designed to slow our traction. Same person replied again. Pro-choice, I was going to ask the same thing earlier to why I can't read the replies. Wonder if it's because we don't have a blue check. Now, I had thought that would be the case as well, but actually when it comes to BitChute, there is a genuine case of almost a shadow ban. If people don't believe in the idea of a shadow ban, you're naive. These do in fact exist. And it is quite frustrating when people try and grow, prosper, succeed. They are hampered because of wrongthink, which is why you typically get shadow ban. It's why many went to alternative platforms like Gab, Parler, Minds, and any other platform. Telegram, yeah? Or what's the one that Trump does? Truth. These platforms exist because of the inherent bias of Twitter, a problem that has persisted for years. And places like BitChute should be as free as everyone else to see, interact with, and prosper with. I do hope that Elon Musk changes that. So next, BuzzFeed. Courtesy of Oliver Darcy. News. BuzzFeed News is being shut down. BuzzFeed News. I like that it's somewhat ironic. The only news to come out of BuzzFeed News is that BuzzFeed News is shutting down. What a shame, and nothing of value was lost. More. BuzzFeed boss, Peretti, just sent out a note to staff announcing the shuttering of BuzzFeed News is part of layoffs where 15% of staffers are being cut across the company. Peretti says, for BuzzFeed News we have begun discussions with the News Guild about these actions. Huffington Post and BuzzFeed.com have signaled that they will open a number of select roles for members of BuzzFeed News. Moving forward, we will have a single news brand in Huffington Post, which is profitable, with a loyal, direct front page audience. Off the bat, HuffPost makes money? How? Years ago, during the times of the anti-SJWs, the skeptics, the anti-feminists, the MRAs, all of whom are still around today, but there aren't as many as there once were, on YouTube especially because, well, we were basically bullied off the platform and loads of them were grifters. Huffington Post was used as a punch bag, a really heavy one I might add. Their news articles and coverage were mocked to high heaven because none of it was credible. It wasn't credible because it wasn't news, it was fake news. It was CNN levels of fake news, okay? Oliver Darcy also includes the full memo, which I'm going to leave on the screen because we're going to go to a few more tweets from him. BuzzFeed's founding editor-in-chief, tells me he is heartsick about the news of his former outlet's death, saying, "I do think it makes really clear the relationship between news publishers and social media is pretty much over." A spokesperson for BuzzFeed News told Oliver Darcy that there are ongoing discussions about the future of the outlet's website, but said that all the work will be archived and available after the newsroom shutters. Included on CNN of all places is the full story. I'm not clicking that link because it's fake news. Reply underneath though, they had a news division. BuzzFeed News to news is equivalent to using a mousetrap to fix a migraine, or using a unicorn horn to treat an ear infection. BuzzFeed News, I remember when they covered things like Zoe Quinn back during Gamergate. They were biased, super left-leaning, and of course, like anything that is super one-sided, but not one of the mainstream, let's say 5 or 6, yeah, they will fall out of favor, and they will rise, plateau, and fall like a YouTube creator. It is unsurprising at this point. If at any point you thought BuzzFeed News would last forever, you're an idiot. To anyone that works or worked for BuzzFeed News, don't put it on your resume. You've got more chance of getting a better job in the future without it there, because there's nothing credible about working for somewhere like BuzzFeed. Or Huffington Post, I might add. It may claim to be profitable or make money, but we all know that's a mega fluffing lie! So I guess we now need to talk about the debacle concerning the blue check marks. Those wealthy, famous individuals who had them because of their wealth and fame. Notoriety, a verified checkmark confirming your identity. Elon Musk had sought to remove them and instead replace it only with those that paid for Twitter Blue. Those wealthy and famous people were very much against this, because why give up their hard-earned money when they can be absolute pricks online behind one, acting as if it makes them all-knowing and all-powerful, or some kind of authority on something beyond their name. Some handled this like pros, including Bette Midler, who changed her profile picture to the Twitter checkmark and included a picture of it simply saying, "Help yourselves, my pleasure." Halle Berry had retweeted Twitter Verified, who themselves have said tomorrow on the 20th of April, "We are removing legacy verified checkmarks. To remain verified on Twitter, sign up for Twitter Blue. Organizations can sign up for verified organizations as well." Halle Berry said, "Me joining you all tomorrow unverified." You go, sister. When it did happen though, Stephen King, he tweeted, "My Twitter account, I'm not doing this the whole way through by the way, says I've subscribed to Twitter Blue. I haven't. My Twitter account says I've given a phone number. I haven't." Elon Musk replied to that with, "You're welcome, namaste." With the reply underneath, "Label his check, paid for by Elon, you're welcome." I had heard a rumor that Elon Musk had paid for some people's Twitter Blue for a year. Regardless, a lot of people lost their Twitter Blue function. Retweet of Stephen King. Stephen King paid Elon Musk $8 and is now pretending he didn't for clout. How very Twitter. Now I think there's some validity to that, but I had heard a rumor also that Elon had actually paid for it, for a laugh, or because of a bet, I can't remember which. All these famous people though did lose their verified checkmarks for a while, before Elon Musk reinstated it because of the backlash. Of course, you've got to listen to the court of public opinion. My view, much like giving Count Dankula the ability to change his name, which I thought was a bad idea, leave him forever as Big Dick. I think it's just funnier. I felt that perhaps not giving them their checkmarks was even funnier as well, because now they have less power on a platform than they think they already have, which, by the way, they didn't have any power to begin with, and their suffering was oh, scrumptious. So next, something shared to Twitter by Hannah Clark, but also the person who it concerns. An attempt was made to swat Eugenia. Do I need to say her last name, or will I be demonetized for saying it? There's always a risk, because when you talk about Eugenia, YouTube doesn't like it. Her health is very important, and of course, we all want the best for her. We really do. But, and this is a big but, I will not indulge, entertain the idea of offering help, because that help would be better spent helping others. It really would. Eugenia had tweeted, "Almost got swatted tonight, but luckily the cops just kinda had to come and make sure everything was, since they're used to this stuff with me. Apparently someone called and said there was a guy overdosing. I was like, we don't have any drugs here. But I at least appreciate that the cops were super nice about everything. Lol, I feel so bad they always have to deal with this stuff with me." There is a video as well of Eugenia via Hannah's tweet talking about it, but I can't play it because of YouTube, and they're really funny about it. But I will link Hannah's tweet with the videos, because there's 2 in fact, down below. As a point, please do not swat anyone. Don't dox, don't swat. Don't think you're doing something to help another person. If you think it's funny, I promise, you're in a minority of a minority of a minority. How pathetic is your life that you do that? If you think you're doing it to help someone, I can promise you are not. And regardless of who it is you are doing it to, you are risking that person's life for something that you consider a joke that the rest of us consider not worth a lol. Next, the amazing contrarian atheist. Pregnant men, girl dicks. Pregnant men, girl dicks. Pregnant men, girl dicks. Now this goes on for a long time. When asked whether or not it is his search history, he replies, nope, this is my lifestyle. Okay, J.K. Rowling took a screenshot of it or was sent it and replied, say what you like about gender identity ideology. You can't deny it's attracted some of the world's greatest thinkers. I remember years ago, people considered the Amazing Atheist one of those really great thinkers within the atheist community. And then as time went by, you realized he was nothing more than a smackhead contrarian who was solely against anything. If he liked something, and you said you liked it as well, he'd suddenly hate it. That's him. Reply underneath JK. I scrolled back on his likes earlier this evening. Big mistake. JK Rowling though, people keep telling me about the banana. I had no need or wish to know about the banana. For those who don't know, TJ has done a little experimentation with a banana and his bottom. The Amazing Atheist have retweeted JK Rowling. Oh, surreal bliss. What a time to be alive, eh, TJ? You've been noticed by JK Rowling. I don't know what inspired the original tweet that got this ball rolling in the first place. I did quickly look at his page, and to be honest, it's all over the place, which at this point sums him up perfectly. But congratulations on getting noticed by J.K. Rowling, I guess. Chavo Guerrero put out on Twitter, if Rey Mysterio is really mentioning the Guerrero name only in tribute and not to line his own pockets with cash, maybe he'll donate some of that money to charity. Or even better, how about to Eddie's daughters? That will show myself and the fans that he's not prostituting the family name. The replies underneath are quite, yeah, people weren't best impressed. WrestleLamia YouTube channel put out an entire article on this, titled Chavo Guerrero on Rey Mysterio. Thank you for keeping Eddie's name alive, but we don't need you. It's not a very long article, I'll admit. But what tickles me obviously is the fact that all the comments underneath are about people talking about, oh my god, I got 30k in online work. I'd love to have that in money, but no. Your site is spam. Congratulations. Chavo tweeted later, when people simmered down a bit, this is how a heel should tweet. Hook, line and sinker, I've still got it. It was obviously a po, because everyone knew how close Rey and Chavo were. Chavo also tweeted, it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. A quote from Mark Twain. How people didn't understand this was a work is astonishing. And Chavo's original tweet, with the responses he got, by the way, shitloads of quote retweets, is fantastic.